This time, Odd is interviewing comedy royalty. Depending on the generation you hail from, the name Bruce Vilanch may or may not jump out at you. Rest assured though, you know his work and he's made you double over in laughter. Bruce has written for Hollywood elites like Billy Crystal, Robin Williams, Bette Midler, and Whoopi Goldberg. Odd and Bruce talk about his life, career, cancel culture, and more. Enjoy this interview. We know we did.
All right, Bruce, it's time to play Interview Roulette.
Oh, good.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So before we got started, I had you pick 5 random numbers, and I've got the questions that correspond to them. The first number you picked was 247. Do you have any favorite stories from your childhood?
Any favorite what?
Stories from your childhood.
Do I have any favorite stories from my childhood? No. Nothing I can share now. After an hour of this, no. I don't. I mean, and if they are, they're going to be in the book that I'm writing. So there you go.
Oh, when's your writing?
I have nothing. I have no.
Okay,
well,
cool.
I'll be back to plug it when it's ready.
Hey, I'm just happy you want to come back.
Okay.
If you can instill one piece of advice into the youth of America, what would it be?
Be ready. They say luck is preparation equal an opportunity. When preparation meets opportunity, so it's be ready. Just if you have an idea in mind of what you want to do, bone up, prepare yourself for it. Get ready for whatever you have to do. Don't show up unprepared for anything.
It's good advice. When people look in your eyes, what do you hope they see?
The beauty of the ages. But what they probably see is astigmatism. But I guess, I mean, what they see when we look in anyone's eyes, which is the real thing, the soul.
It's a good answer. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups or Reese's Pieces?
Neither. Chuckles gumdrops. Juicy, jujubes, juicy fruit. I'm a gumdrop guy, and I have the dental records to prove it.
All right, and the last bit for Interview Roulette. Were you voted most likely for anything in your class yearbook?
No, I was voted most talented, actually. Cynthia Schramm, who was a cheerleader, and I were voted most talented because there was a girl and a boy. I don't think we had a most likely to succeed. I think even back then, that was sort of considered a little de trop, a little judgmental. I mean, and not based on anything. It was just like a hunch, and it was kind of like a death sentence. I mean, because suppose you didn't wind up like that, Suppose you wound up, ODing in college. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, that's just all you need to vote then, most likely then.
But we had, I was most talented. I would have been class clown, but there was Eddie Baldinger, who was hysterical and would do face plants in the playground and stuff, so not me.
And then I got one last question for you, just because I know quite a few of my listeners are writers or have the affinity for it. One piece of advice for anyone trying to get into comedy writing. Be
funny. You'd be amazed at how many people are not funny and think, oh, this is going to be hilarious. Be funny. And but a serious piece of advice, because I assume you're not really looking to get into it unless you are funny, seriously, is be ready to give it away for free at the beginning. You have to give it away. And that's how you network. And it is unfortunately all about knowing people and being funny. But being funny is the number one. Having a real point of view, having a sense of fun. I mean, I get a lot of when I first went to Hollywood, I got scripts from everybody I worked with at newspapers. Comedy scripts about funny things, they weren't funny. These guys were not funny guys who were writing these things. So that's it.
All right, Bruce, thank you once again for joining me.
Thank you.
It has been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Absolutely. I will come back and be odd anytime. We'll be an odd couple.